All right, Equilibrium is going to be our map. Top right, we have Dark. And top left, we have Byun. And here we go. Equilibrium. We don't really get to see as often. So kind of happy that we have this here. I feel like we see this in mirror matchups most, and the other matchups not so much. So Dark is going to fast expand to the gold. That's a little bit surprising for me. And it is a, yeah, a hatch first here with the extractor trick before Overlord. I want to say that, you know, maybe, yeah, okay, Byun is going to command center first. So this is going to be at least reasonable for him because of that. I'm not surprised at all to see command center first. That seems to make a lot of sense here. One thing I want to mention is when you have map layouts like this is super Zerg favored. I actually don't know what the stats are on this map, but when you see a map that looks like this, basically, look at the bottom, like the look at the third base towards bottom right and the fourth base at the bottom right. Like in that area, that is so far for Taran to go across. Like you just can't really kill bases, right? So if you look at it before you even hit like half the map, there's 5 bases there. So, I mean, and at the same time, Taran can take some bases. Like, Taran can probably get 4 up really reasonably. But it's really hard to kill off some of these bases. So, I do fear for Byun this game. I'd be pretty surprised and impressed if he's able to take this. Someone says this is the most Zerg favorite map, either this or Radhuset. Yeah, Radhuset is another unbelievably large and expansion-filled map.
Subscribed for 30 months. Artois, for 30 months I have given you 5.
Nice.
I do it because I love you and I want the best for you. Get yourself something nice from me.
Thank you. Thank you. I think what I will get myself is maybe breakfast for my children. Thank you very much, though, Toothas. I do appreciate it. All right, so I'll let them know that you paid for their breakfast tomorrow morning. Oh, that's kind of nice. Push that Overlord back a bit. I think he's just going to get it. Right? Ooh, no, just doesn't get it. All right. So, Cyclone's on the way for Byun. This is really interesting. Okay, Dark happens to be going for a 2-base Roach rush, which makes sense. It goes along with a gold base very, very well. But you know what? The amount of time it's going to take the Roaches to get across the map, this might pair up well for Byun with the Cyclones, huh? Cyclone's definitely going to pair well against Roaches. Kind of an interesting couple openers here. Both players playing pretty supremely blind. Okay, goes up and kills off this first Roach. Dude. Wrecked. Lots of damage. And the thing is, if you don't keep your pressure up right now... That was really good micro from Dark. If you don't keep your pressure up right now, he's just going to pull these back and repair them. And he's adding 2 more facts. Dude, Byun's going to win this map. That's like a really good start for Byun. I don't know why Dark is doing something cheesy here. Maybe he just doesn't want to play anymore. Maybe he has to go to lunch. Maybe he's going to go see Dune 2 and he already bought his tickets and he needs to finish this shit ASAP. But, like, this was not, like, a particularly smart strat for the map, and he did it completely blind. And Byun just happens to super hard counter it. So right now, dude, look at this. Holy shit. Hurricane thrusters on the way. Literally, if you put a gun in my head, I couldn't have told you the name of that. Now, that is a lot of Cyclones being made. 4 Cyclones at a time. I do believe Byun is going to walk across the map and kill everything. Third command center coming down. Yeah, looking awfully good for our Taran player right now. Having a hard time producing completely off of these. Infestation pit. Yeah, sorry, I don't see any way that Dark, excuse me, doesn't just instantly die from this. I see no chance. Byun is going to roll him. It's going to be absurd. Even if he has roach speed and stuff, like it's not gonna, I don't think it's gonna make a difference. Burrow, now that's a decent idea. That is a decent idea. I don't think he's gonna live long enough to make something like that work. Dude, just go. Just fucking go. The damage output of this army is insane. Here's that upgrade. Woo! Look at those things go. All right, cyclone time. Now notice how he locks onto units, then runs away from them and kills them. Very good stuff. 12 years of micro practice for Byun, 14 years of him practicing his micros brought us to this moment where he lets them lock on and then runs away as they run towards him. All right. He is being very, very efficient right now. Very, very efficient. Ah, a siege chain comes up. Going to add a bit more damage into there. Is that a barracks down in the center? That's weird. Guess you just float out there to watch for counterattacks is my guess. Yeah, Byun is being so cost efficient right now. It's pretty crazy. He's got 3 bases up in mining, killing off this gold base. Dark is going into 3 base himself. Double armory coming up for Byun. Just more and more roaches. Dude, the infester. Oh my god, the burrowed infester. Oh my god, 1 fungal. And look at that. Pretty sick. We need to get burrow movement. Come on. Why wouldn't you upgrade burrow movement? Oh, wait, does he have it? I actually didn't notice. I didn't see him move him at all, but maybe. All right, that is a lot of roaches coming after these cyclones now. So many siege shanks being made. I still think this is completely Byun's game. Like, none of this looks very good for Dark. Dark's idea here for the Nydus is not a bad idea, though. Mech has a hard time, like, going around the map. Comes up, actually picking off some tanks. Yeah, gonna pick off another tank here. Let's see what he does about the Nydus. Yeah, there's the bro movement now. Excuse me. Dude, he is low on drones there, man. 56 workers against 87. So just a few scans going down, keeping track of the army and where it's moving. Sending 3 roaches around to try to start picking off workers. All right, so he's just using this as like a reinforcement point, like his rally point, right? So he'll be rallying all of his hatches into a very central... Excuse me, sorry. Very central Nydus worm, and then popping everything out. Oh my god, I actually hadn't noticed he had made swarm hosts. Dude, is Dark gonna go ahead and win this after a completely failed 2-base roach push into like a build that counters it really hard? Why not? Why not? He should win this. I'm trying to think of anything that would have countered what Dark was doing harder than what Byun did. And I'm having a little bit of a hard time coming up with something. So if anyone can think of something, let me know. I just want to make sure we keep the narrative that there's nothing wrong with Zerg. Now the Cyclone's still roaming about. Byun has a lot of bases. Byun has like a very high quality army being made. But Dark now is getting into really good tools. The Nydus plus Swarm Host is obviously very, very strong against mech. You know, you're going to just gain value out of that over time. And he's also going for a Spire. And the Spire, like, gives you some great opportunities. Like, Cyclones are going to have a hard time when Broodlings are surrounding them to actually get the damage done that they need. So that's going to have to be something that he really watches out for. Another Nydus popping up over on the other side. Byun is clearing these, but I mean you're getting a decent launch each time. Ling's coming up and actually killing quite a few Cyclones there. Well, those are going to clear the siege tanks at least, I think. Yeah, gonna kill a few. All right, so 8 Corruptors on the way. We're gonna have 8 Broods that are suddenly made.
Necrodeviant just subscribed.
Thank you, Necrodeviant. I think that there's a decent chance here that Byun gets caught off guard by the Broods and loses some really important units. I don't think he actually knows about it. Like, there's been a few scans going off, but I don't believe he's seen the Spire. Not entirely sure. So Byun here, sieging up quite a bit. All right, the Cyclones. All right, finally we have a really nice move here from Byun. Really like that a lot. Dealing quite a bit of damage, just running through a couple of these bases. Byun's, Dark's economy isn't that good, and it hasn't been that good for basically the entire game. Byun has had a better economy basically forever. Now the Broodlords are out, so this is a bit unfortunate. The Siege Tanks can't stand against this. And now look at this. The Lings come up. Dude. That's a lot of high-quality units being picked off. Look at that. All of his tanks gone. It's because he didn't know there were Broods on the way. Oof. That's rough. And now Byun has half the army supply of Dark. Just like that. 5 Thors on the way, 2 starports. Blue Flame, you know, +2. +2/+2 even. So maybe Byun still has a slight chance. He needs to eliminate this, though, like, really efficiently, which is going to be hard because the Swarm Hosts almost have their... yeah, they have them again. So this is a big problem. The Locusts are going to come in. You got to lift. You got to dodge these Locusts. Then you got to move forward and you got to kill everything. But no, he is just going to sit there and fight. Now, Thors counter Broodlords pretty well right now. They can definitely chunk them down super, super fast. But as you can see, there's just like enough tanking keeping everything back. Man, the Broods have done so much. Even if you lose the Broods here, like, even looking at how many, like, Thors at it forced, it's so strong. Just, and the units that they've killed so far as well. Look at this. Just comes down, punks this planetary. My God. 40 SCVs killed during that. Dark, in the meantime, has been playing at, you know, normally you see Zergs playing at 100 drones. No problem. We'll play it between 45 and 67 the entire game. Some more Swarm Hosts on the way. Swarm Hosts going to do well against, well, pretty much everything. But, you know, when you start getting Viking Thor, you can actually shoot a lot of the locusts out of the sky before they land. Oh, man. Kind of am getting a bad feeling about this series. It is a best of 5, but the fact that Dark has come back into this game and it, like, Byun just can't get over across the map. Like, every move he makes, everything's being shut down. He's lost so many SCVs this game. He's refilling them quickly because he has so many command centers. But, like, are you even going to be able to take these other 2 bases on your side of the map? It's pretty difficult. Yeah. See, that's the Thors and Vikings kind of working together to kill a lot of these before they even land. The thing is, if they kill anything, it's plus value for Zerg. Man, going after that gold base. Look at this. Just shredding everything. 8 infestors on the way. Oh. Okay, this is... Oh, that's the most beautiful... That is... That was beautiful. Okay, we have to give that to him. That line of biles that perfectly lined up with the SCVs. that was crazy. That was crazy. That was perfect, man. He knows exactly where they're going to path, exactly how long everything's going to take. Wild move there from Dark. Styling on Byun now. Well, landed Vikings fighting against us a little bit tough. Yeah, everything jumps back into that Nydus. So, unfortunately, unable to punish those swarm hosts that were left out. Byun at 80 supply against 200 now. GG. So, like I said, I don't think that there's a situation where you can be further ahead with the openers.
Corstilex just subscribed.
I think this is going to be a 3-0. Dude, really, think about it. It was a 2-base Roach Ravager attack into mass Cyclone. He never got close. He lost all his units without killing anything, and it didn't matter at all. Unidon, Hostile, thank you for the subs. Appreciate it.
Kyber just subscribed.
Thank you, Kybrit. Hope you're enjoying tonight. All right, let's go into the next game. Game number 2, Dark versus Byun. It's a best of 5. Dark, after that first victory, I'm not holding out too much hope, but Byun has never been a great mech player against Zerg, so maybe we can chalk some of it up to that. Maybe. Hoping that we see a Byun bio build here. Triple B. We have Dark in the top left of Oceanborn, and in the bottom right, we have Byun. All right. Not sure what we're going to end up seeing here. Dill, I am your friend Ryan. You've never seen us in the same place. Do you know why? This is my side gig. You've never watched me with me, huh? So, well, I mean, it's so early in the game. There's really nothing to go over right now. I want to see what Byun wants to open with. Like, is he going to go completely standard?
Just resubscribed for 45 months. 45 months on. Love you, Artie.
Nice.
Keep up the good work. Also, lot of Taran reaping in the ASL this season.
Yeah. It's a great ASL season. Anytime you see Taran with the most players, it's going to be a good season because Taran is the most entertaining race to watch by far. It's great to watch human beings struggle against oppressively overpowered other races. So thank you, and thank you for 45 months. Now, Byun doing a Reaper expand, I mean, his bread and butter. I wouldn't mind seeing him do 2 racks Reaper. I wouldn't mind seeing him even a 3 racks Reaper. He's so good with those situations. I could see that maybe paying off for him. Marine follow-up as well as a factory. Here we go, guys. Hold on, guys. Here we go. Oh, my God. The Reaper's coming in. It's Micron against the 4 Zerglings. Look at that go. Oh, my God. There. Are they all going to be yellow? No. 2 yellow and an orange. Okay, the orange one goes back to yellow. Here we go. He leads with the green one. The green one's yellow now, too. Look at that. The Reaper's taking some damage. A grenade goes off. Oh, the queen is out. It's over. Oh, wow. Yeah, fuck off if you think that that means anything. What? Jesus Christ.
John.
Just saving my voice. I mean, it's the same fucking cast every time the Reaper goes in. So I just recorded one and I just play it when the Reaper goes in. Saves me a lot of time and energy. Yeah, it's always the same. It's literally exactly the same every time, guys. Sorry. I love all the triggered nerds that are like, oh, no, it really means something. What? No, it doesn't.
Undercover underwear cheered.
It's pointless.
X300, yes, playing against Taran is oppressive. 45-minute games constantly attacking a turtle who never attacks and wins by draining your will to play. I feel for those poor Zerg and Protoss gamers just trying to have a straight-up game and have a good time.
Dude, both races scale better than Taran. What are you even talking about? If you turtle, you can't win because your late game is worse. You silly boy. You're just trying to tease me. All right, so a nice dive in there from Byun. Gets a couple drones. Decent harass right there. I like it. A couple more Hellions coming up. Totally worth, I'd say. I like it.
Nambona just resubscribed for 42 months. Back from another permanent suspension, yay. Fuck mass reporters.
Well, it's the cross you must bear, Nambona. Okay, so Roach is on the way here for Dark. Getting that speed upgrade as well. Are we going to see a heavy attack come out? It kind of seems like it. Let's see as these overlords finish. Yeah. He's still making more lings. He's really starting to build them up. So basically what you're going to want to do is push everything back with these roaches. Right? See, Byun, this dive is not very good. Well, you know, he gets up and sees no lair. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and retract that, and I think that this was reasonable now, especially considering he actually is getting a reasonable amount of drones as well. Look at that, 6 drones. Not so bad, not so bad. Now, the counterattack is going to be coming. Byun is making a siege tank. He's making a bunker. Of course, that Hellion is going to be cleared. This third base obviously not going to be able to stay there. Yeah, the drone gets a citizen's arrest there. Hold on. We'll do that afterwards. So right now, just pushing up. Dude, the bunker not quite ready. Okay, he sets up a siege tank. One bile hits it. He's going to try to repair out of this bile damage. Oh, just gets it. A little bit too close. GG. A very fast one there. Damn. Rough. Rough. All right.
What? Undercover Underwear cheered.
What's up?
X300, and don't get me started about 3-3 Stim Marines, highest DPS unit by far. Doesn't even need gas and can be healed.
The funny thing is, you literally know that's not true. You actually know that's not true. That's the part that kills me. Because I actually made a chart of all the DPSs of units, and Taran has the lowest unit DPS by far in Brood War. By far. Ultralisks have higher DPS than Marines. Holy shit. Okay, let's do it. Getting to the next game. He made a chart.
Drexio 808 just subscribed.
Thank you. All right. Here we go. Game number 3. Right now, Dark does lead 2-0. He's down here in the bottom left of Alcyon. And in the top right, we have Byun. All right, let's see if Byun can take a map. It's feeling a little bit rough right now. Not going to lie. A little bit rough. You know, after seeing that first game and how good of a build order Byun had against what Dark was doing and still losing it pretty convincingly, it really doesn't feel like Byun is going to be able to take Dark down tonight. I do like Byun's play. You know, it's unfortunate. Unable to really do it here, though. And we'll just kind of wait and see. Is it going to just be another Reaper expansion here from Byun? I wish he'd mix it up a little bit. You know, double proxy racks maybe, triple proxy racks, maybe 2 racks Reaper, 3 racks Reaper, you know. There's a reasonable amount of things he could try here. Not really seen it, though, unfortunately. So, looks like, okay, I guess factory then? Oh, okay. So, hold on. Byun actually going Marine expand then fact, right? He must be going factory here. Okay, there it is. Oh, kind of an interesting build. Okay. So, not bothering with that Reaper. Throws down that second gas. I wonder what the idea is here. Is it just going to be Reactor Hellion very quickly without a Reaper? I think that's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. Maybe Reactor Hellion into Banshee. Maybe that, then third CC. Kind of like that type of play.
Skip.
What, skip the game? It's from Profane, so probably yes. Now... Third hatch just going up. Yeah, very standard stuff here from Dark. Doesn't really need to change what he's doing right now. Okay, I was wondering if Mapu fell asleep there for a moment. Oh, get wrecked. Get wrecked, Dark. Look at him try to loop around. He's like, bring that racks back if you want me. How bad do you want me? Dude, this is perfect Overlord micro. It's perfect. Dude, he saved it. Oh my God. Oh my God. Should Overlords have boost so they can get out of there? Why does he deserve to lose an Overlord when his opponent doesn't mine with his, it doesn't make anything with his barracks for a minute? All right, so it is Hellion Banshee as anticipated here. Oh my god. I'm surprised he went through, but he might actually get some. Like there's like no lings here to help kind of slow the Hellions down. And 3 is enough for these one-shottings. Now, he only actually gets 3 drones so far. Another Hellion pops in, but not going to find anything there. Trying to go back to catch these drones. Dark's defense seems like it'll probably be good enough here. All right, there you go. There you go. At the end of the day, he got more than I thought he would, for sure. He definitely got more than I thought he would. If you have Zergling speed there, you probably don't get anything. Yeah, Dark playing a more mineral-heavy approach here. Banshee Cloak almost done. Rax is on the way. Let's see what the Banshee can get done here. Yeah, the Cloak Banshee not finding that much damage as of yet. Good defensive unit here as well, of course. The Spore's about to pop. Oh, dude, the transfusion. Very nice. Spores everywhere. Dark here, up a fair amount of workers right now. Byun really trying to kill some, but having a hard time with it. Yeah, putting at least a little bit of damage down here and there. Gets another drone. Probably time to leave, since that energy is almost out. Look, Banshee coming across. This is the second one. See if you can get a little bit of damage here. All right, couple drones. Decent start. Gets another Overlord here with those forward Marines. Quite a few roaches being made. 2 Banshees still alive with that siege tank. So, I mean, if he does stay roaches, if you keep those Banshees alive, they can be very useful. Although, generally, you really want to try to get as much harassment done as possible. Queen's doing a good job zoning them out, though, with these spores. And, of course, now with the Overseer there, even harder to get damage. Yeah, definitely way more cost-efficient for Byun. Almost 2 times as much. Of course, he's mostly killing workers, which makes it even better. Dark, though, is up 7 workers right now. 4th base on the way. Almost halfway done. 1-1 and Roach speed coming. We'll see if he does another one of these big Roach busts. I don't know if he will this game. It doesn't feel good this time. We did see him do that earlier against Future. But definitely a very different situation. You're playing against 2 Banshees already. You assume your opponent has some siege tanks as well. There's already Stim with Medivacs. So definitely would not like to see that from Dark. Byun with some very nice micro here. He might be able to get a cancel on this 4th. Things may be starting to go his way a little bit. He's put some reasonable damage on that. Now, are we going to see him follow up with a timing attack on that base? You know, that's going to be the easiest base to hit just because it doesn't have a lot of creep over on that side. Can't really wait for his 2-2. His 2-2, like, if he waits for 2-2, it should just be a max push. But if he wants to go now, he might be able to get the 4th, I feel like. Hydralis Den and Hive both on the way. Might be going into Lurkers here coming up. All right, pushes away the Overseer. He does have his siege tanks up in a forward position. All right, that's pretty good siege locations. Now he's going to start putting some damage on the hatch and try to drag everything back into his tanks. Really good spreads overall. There is a little roach flank coming, but he had a few Marines there that were rallying, actually. Those kind of saved the day a little bit. It felt like he was ready to go. And look at that. Byun picks off the 4th base. And he's playing against Roach Ravager. This is pretty darn good for Byun. A little bit more standard of a game from Byun this time. Doing a fantastic job. Definitely looks like a game he could end up winning here. His 2-2 almost done. 2-2 hasn't started for Dark. Dark is getting into lurkers. All right, I think it's time for him to evacuate that area with the siege tanks. You don't want to lose these siege tanks here. I'm actually a little bit nervous. He's gonna it's not a throw to lose those siege tanks right now, but there's no reason to lose them. They add so much power to your army. So he does pull them back. He's getting his own 4th base up. And in my opinion, looking at this game right now, obviously very good for Byun. You max out and you go. You're gonna have +1 vehicles. Vehicle attack, right? You're going to have 2-2 upgrades on your bio. You're going to have a very quality army. I think it's just like a perfect time to attack here. Just rally up everything. Some lurkers are on the way, but Byun has the right types of tools.
Just subscribe.
Thank you, Berry Farmer. All right, he is starting a bit of a tank push here. 177 supply. Just want to see a complete rally out. 3-3 does get started. Don't forget, right now, Dark has 2-2 on the way, but it's only 2/3 the way done. So there's this very nice window where he's up 2 upgrades. There are some lurkers in here. He does have some Vipers in there as well. Nice stim and spread. Look at this. Beautiful execution here from Byun. Beautiful execution. Dude, picks off the 4th again. He has another army coming in towards the 5th base now. Goes, oh my God, he's going after the lurker den. Ah, he's going to get it. And the Talons or whatever it's called is going to be getting out of there. Really nice play here from Byun. He's definitely going to take this game. I said that the first game, but I mean, we're close to the end right now. All right, throws some blinding clouds down. Very nice for clearing the tanks. Going to be able to clear a few of them at least. Might just be right to push forward and clear everything now. Runs. Okay, you know what? There was some units in those medevacs. That was probably correct. If he runs forward there and those unload, he probably ends up losing almost everything he has. Byun rallying up, continuing his push forward. 3-3, about 2/3 the way done for him. Very good stim here. Yeah, he's killing off everything. GG. HH being laughed at there. All right. Yeah, it's good to see Byun take a game.
Subscribe.
If he had lost that one, man, that would have been brutal. Yeah, thank you, Berry Farmer. Well, I mean, at least he's got some fight in him here. It'd be nice if we get to a game 5. Why didn't Dark make Banelings? He wasn't doing like a build that uses Banelings. He was trying to play like his Roach Ravager type of play. Oh, I think Byun just played very well. He put a lot of damage on that 4th. That really counts a lot of the time. Like if you have like a strong follow-up push and you can put some good damage on the 4th, it puts so much pressure when you do the push. It's really hard for Zerg to engage correctly. All right, we're going to get into the next game. Going to Site Delta. How is this a meme, guys? What are you doing? All right, we have Dark in the bottom right. And in the top left, we have Byun. I wonder what we're going to see. Ah, Byun going to go ahead and wall down here. So, very good chance this will be a 2-rack Reaper. You know, normally with that, you make 3 Reapers. And Byun used this build almost exclusively for a few months. So, he's very, very good at this build, at the strat. Protoss is like a walk. No build orders. You just do whatever and it works out in the end. I like that very much. You're making me want to get a walk and cook. Now, to the guys asking in chat, this is all pre-recorded. If you want to see, I'm actually live streaming at the same time underneath this, but I know a lot of people wanted to watch some StarCraft 2 tonight, so I have this pre-recorded stream on top. If you want to watch the live stream, just hit Control W. Control W will open that up for you. Dude, the viewership just went down by 100. I'm not even kidding. That's crazy. Fucking wrecked. Get out of here. Okay, anyways. Yeah, so. I do want to mention, while we're here, I actually forgot to mention this earlier. Use the command StarCraft 2 in chat. I have a secondary casting channel called Artosis Cast 2. And we have a ton. Mapu's helping me out with that channel. We have a ton of StarCraft 2 casts up there. A lot of Stormgate casts and a good amount of Zero Space casts as well. And all 3 of those games will continue to be added to the channel. So definitely check that out. Hey, look at that. This is funny because we're 2 minutes off of each other, and he thought of that at the same time as me, and we both put it in. LOL. Anyways, yeah, Mapu is our live observer. You can use the command Mapu to check his stuff out as well. Yeah, the StarCraft 2 so far is just the VODs from these different cups, but there is like original non-streamed content for the other 2 games. FYI. Okay, so let's take a look at what we have here. It looks like it's probably Hellion Banshee once again with a very nice wall. I like it a lot. Dark just playing standard, you know, making queens. He is getting speed this time. So here's the difference between this game and the last game. If Byun tries to slip by with the Hellions, he'll do much less damage. So basically last game, Dark was skipping speed and instead going towards roaches. Whereas if you have like just a small group of speedlings, you just block the Hellions as they come in and you wreck them and almost no damage happens. So Hellion's rotating around a little bit. Let's see if he tries to slip in. I think Dark's laying a trap. You can see those speedlings that are sitting back. Notice how he's making a hole here that they can run through. He's baiting. I think he might have baited too hard there. I think Byun knows what's going on. See? Okay, he started to go up, and then he sees the speedlings, immediately turns around. So good choice there from Byun. So this is going to be a more standard-looking game. I would call it a masterful baiting, but it did not end up working. So at the end of the day, just a mediocre baiting. Poke Banshee actually getting a bit of damage there. All right, 5 kills, not so bad, not so bad. right, another Banshee coming down. This is kind of funny looking, the way he's setting his base up. He's like making his E-bays around the back there. He's got all his buildings kind of like in a weird diagonal shape. Yeah, Dark right now just kind of zoning out the Banshees a little bit. Oh, look at that. Nothing lost from Byun at all. Very nice. Very nice. Hey, look at that. Really good. Really good. All right, 1-1 melee on the way. Not many seconds behind the 1-1 of his opponent. Now, he has a macro hatch in the main base, I believe. So this is probably just Ling Bane. I like this strat a lot. I think this is one of the better strats that there is. So generally the way that you play this is you get the macro hatch in the main, you continue to expand, you push your creep. It's mass Ling Bane with queens, obviously. And then you go up into Hive and go ultras. And Dark is very good with ultras. And I think ultras are pretty solid right now. So you see the infestation pit getting started. So definitely looks like he is going in that direction. I like it. I think this is a cool choice. Honestly, it's probably my favorite Zerg vs. Taran strategy. Like, this is probably what I would try to do if I were a Zerg player in StarCraft 2, and then I would probably not be good enough to do it, and then end up going like Lurker Viper. That's almost exactly what it would be if I still played Zerg in StarCraft 2. All right, now, Byun coming in with a little push. This could be rough. Double Widow Mine. You know, the Stim Marines. He's got all these Hellions in here as well for good splash damage. Yeah, has to cancel that. Good solid attack from Byun. Ah, he's actually adding in a Hydralisk Den now. And this is definitely something you can do. You know, like I said before, like you can go just Ling Bane. But getting the Hydralisk Den, generally it'll just turn into Ling Bane Hydra. And Ling Bane Hydra is very good defensively on creep. A little bit hard to attack with. Takes a little bit longer to tech up in anything else, but it is very good. One Infestor on the way as well as Burrow. Maybe looking for one of these fungal flanks. A few mines out in the middle. Okay. Some extra Banes being made. It's good pressure from Byun, but this isn't going to last over here. Yeah, Hydra's coming out. He's going to have to just get out with what he can. Looks like, yeah, he'll be able to pick up a little bit and boost out of there. The Banshee's still having good utility. 14 kills on that thing right now. A little bit of Baneling harassment across the map as well. What? All right, redrops these units that he had over that had helped kill that fourth. But yeah, that's going to be cleaned really, really quickly. You know, when you have the Hydras in there, they add so much to the composition. You can kind of just attack, move your stuff, and it cleans up stuff like that very easily. Oh, I'm sorry. That was a spawning pool. I'm totally crazy. He never had the macro hatch. If I had realized that, I would have known he was going Hydras. It was a little bit surprising to see him go the Hydralisk Den when I thought he had the macro hatch. Because generally the macro hatch is just reserved for specifically Ling Bane. Okay, that makes much more sense now. Much more sense. No, guy in the chat, this is pre-recorded. You joined the stream like a little bit late. We're a little bit ahead of this. If you want to catch up with the rest of the stream, hit Control W. And it'll jump you forward to where everyone else is at. Okay, so fourth base is up and mining. He's got some decent creep spread here, getting through the center pretty well. Drilling Claws on the way. Oh, you're on iPad? Okay. Never mind. Never mind. Welcome. You should know, by the way, that I'm talking to you and answering you directly, that obviously you are live, but okay. Now, yeah, he's got these Hydra upgrades. Trying to push him back. Notice how Byun stands right on the edge there, just off creep. Pushes on a little bit. You got to be careful about that, though. Picks up, boosts out. Still has that mine as cover. Fourth base gets started there for Byun. All right, nice absorb there on the mine hit. All right, Dark coming over. Beautiful, beautiful trap fungal. And does another one to get the medevacs. I love it. Love to see it. Stim Marines with no medevacs there. You can't engage very long with those. As Stim is run out, you just have to turn around. And it's exactly what we see. Catches the Infestor, so that's nice, but the Infestor definitely worth its weight in dead Marines there. All right, nice dealing with that with the Vipers. Going up into Lurker Tech right now as well. Byun is playing like almost pure Marine. Which, okay, I want to mention this, right? If you're playing against Lingbane Hydra, historically people like tanks against that. Okay, you don't have to go tanks. You can go mines. But if you're going mines, you actually need Marauders as well. You need Marauders in the front to block and slow Banelings from coming in. And if you don't have that, every time the Lingbane comes up, either your mines have to hit them perfectly or you must retreat. And oftentimes both. So I feel like just watching this pure Marine play, I almost feel like I'm watching a player from Wings of Liberty try to figure the game out. It's just like, you see the Banes come and he has to run. If you have Marauders there, you leave the Marauders in the front and you run back with the Marines. And if the Banes connect with the Marauders, you're happy. And if they don't, they have to like roll around and they get slowed and everything. So yeah, it feels like a really weird thing to see Byun trying to win this with literally only some mines, mass Marine, and some medevacs. And now he's going to be playing against like Lurkers. You know, there's Vipers out there already. Doesn't seem very good. All right, stimming forward. And, you know, these are very red is the problem. I feel like you can just kind of attack with what you have here and maybe clear what Byun has. Byun with a lot of DPS. He has those medevacs still trying to heal. Dude, is he going to be able to break through? How crazy would that be? It's like all the Marines are at like 2 hits and he can't quite kill them. Kind of crazy. Non-stop rally coming over. If Byun wins this game, this is a legit win. It doesn't feel like Dark played like badly here. And the fact that he has no Marauders mixed in and he's making this work is really impressive. Dark may still hold. He's like so close to clearing this. Look at that. Just a few Marines left. And finally he holds on. Okay, let's try to take a look at the actual state of this game right now. So right now, Dark has theoretically 6 bases, right? He has 6 hatches down. Now, he's honestly mining from 2.5 bases. So that's a bit of a problem. His drone count is not super high. These Lings are really helpful there. Damn, look at that, man. Sick. Another point where Marauders might have been useful. Obviously, higher DPS just utilizing Marines over Marauders. So, like, there are pluses from this. But now we have Infestors coming out. We have Lurkers coming out. I am hesitant to say that the stimmed Marines alone are going to take out clumps of 4 to 5 Lurkers. 1 to 2, okay, no problem. 4 to 5, everything's getting one-shotted. Excuse me. All right. Looks like Dark wants to get an attack done. We do have another attack down here. He's running over lurkers, unfortunately. So it does take a bit of damage, but actually kills him off pretty well. His base is under attack now. Some infestors coming up. The fungal not really doing that much. Oh, man. This base being completely destroyed right now. Yeah, Dark, you know, it felt like Byun was very close to breaking him there for a moment. But now you can see this is getting very tough for him to hold on to really anything. All right, well, does kill that lurker, so that's good at least. This little attack down here doing a little bit still. Some fungals going down. I think everything down there is going to end up being cleared. 2 burrowed hydras. That's not something you see every day. Pretty close as far as supply goes. More army supply here for Byun. Byun's mining is 2 base. And we have, like, again, about 2.5 base here for Dark. All right, going after this half base. So going to bring that mining down a little bit. Link counterattack, killing a few of these SCVs, but will be cleared. All right, going to stem forward here. Yeah, the lurkers, you're not going to go through that choke. It's a wild game. It's like a really weird position. Like 277 Marines lost, 450 Zerglings. It's crazy. I love that he hasn't made a single Marauder. He's just like, no, dude, it's fine. We don't want those. 3 tech labs being made. Is he going to make Marauders now? Since they kill lurkers? Oh my gosh. Or maybe ghosts. I didn't notice if he got a Ghost Academy. It's pretty wild how low tech he's staying this whole time.
What? Barcode donated.
Oh, hold on. We'll play that afterwards. Thank you. Okay, so Marauders are being made now. I think the fact that Byun has had to slow down, like Dark is recovering everything really, really quickly. He's now got that base down the bottom. He's going to drone that up super fast. He's got infestors along with the lurkers. So that is definitely an issue. Custom shells on the way. Of course, getting that Ghost Academy as well. Yeah, I don't think that you recover as quickly as Zerg, right? In these types of spots. Like, I understand that he wants to add the higher tech units in, and I agree with that assessment. He's needed those for a while. But look at what Dark is doing here. 67 drones, so that's 3 base economy that he has up. Now, he only actually has 2, like, healthy bases, so he is going to need to think about taking another one. But I feel like his army quality has gone up drastically during this time. Woo! Good hit. Good hit.
Marlo _I'd just subscribe.
Thank you. Okay, catches the infestor. That's a good catch. You really want to be wary of those infestors. Okay, he does take another base. Okay, this is what we were kind of waiting for. Now, that is so many lurkers. I don't think you can kill that without either ghosts or liberators or siege tanks, something like that. Battle cruisers, banshees, right? Stuff that isn't Marine Marauder. The ghost will certainly help, but that is so many lurkers in one spot. So in this particular case, I think you're supposed to, as Byun, go attack elsewhere. Like, maybe go right up the middle. It seems like all the lurkers are split between the mining bases. So if you go, like, up the middle towards the main, you're going to force unburrows and more of the army to be pulled towards the center. And then the sides will become weaker, right? I think that that's the way to do it. You can look right up that middle. There's nothing. But Byun is thinking really heavily right now about killing bases, as opposed to forcing everything to move because you're going to kill their tech and macro, right? All right, decent snipes. One lurker running way forward. Maybe going to try to do some harassment. No problem. Look at that. That's so annoying. Byun, does he notice? Yeah, he notices. Okay. Lings come in for a moment. Okay, not a bad pullback. You know, Dark is like, this attack does make sense actually now that I'm looking at it, right? So he pulls most of the units from his right side base, comes forward on the right side. His left side bases are still pretty well defended. Byun really needs to find a way in. It looks like just now he's starting to find that center path I was talking about. So yeah, he's going to go, oh no, you should really do it, Byun. See, this forces the repositioning. So now these units reposition. Oh shit, he lost a lot of units there. Now he can try to attack a base. See, now he's rotating over more quickly than the Zerg army to hit here. These are like really important tactics to utilize. So Byun, like now that he's done this, he has a real good chance to win the game. You can't just attack headlong into this stuff. You have to force the reposition. So very, very, very well done. Now it's not that Dark is not doing anything across the map. He's moved a lot of his lurkers from that right-hand side. He's nailed one of the bases. There's only one base mining for Byun now. About two bases for Dark. So Byun still has more work to do. All right, the old stim and spread here against that lurker. Gonna clear it. Oof. Okay. All right, this position he's taking, look at this. Dark is frantically trying to hold on. He needs to keep this base. If he loses this base, I think Byun's going to take it. Still a very good game here. Infestor out of energy now. The Ling's just absolutely evaporating. Nothing on the left side. Sets up. Oh, that was a pretty good fungal. Drones being pulled for the fight as well. Probably not a good sign. You got to at least make sure they're gas drones so they look like Banelings and maybe force them to retreat. And I think that's it. I think Byun's done it. What a wild game. Now, actually, Byun's other base is being attacked by something. Yeah, Dark's got nothing left, though, I think. 4 lurkers, 3 hydras, few banes, few lings. Yeah, that's not enough to kill this army. Looks like Byun should be able to take this. He's not mining, but he actually still has enough to win. 5 SCVs against 14 drones. My God, what a game we have. All right, just kind of clearing everything. He wants to get some mining back. GG is called. A little bit anticlimactic there right at the end. Okay, sick game from Byun. And suddenly we're on game 5. Shocking. After game 1 and game 2, definitely didn't think that this was on the cards, but good to see. Yeah, the last 2 games were really good. Really good. That game, I'm very surprised he was able to do that with like pure Marine for that long. He did have that moment he almost broke Dark, and that got Dark a little bit behind on his tempo. So, damn good job. All right, let's play this real quick.
What? Barcode donated $3. Hi, Artie. Been a while. Hope all is well.
Yeah.
I've been in the hospital for a spell. Luigi shoved a summer sausage up my ass. It was nice and...
Okay. Thank you, Barcode Donator. I hope you get well soon, my man. All right. Let's go into our last game, game 5. Here we go. Bottom left, we have Dark. Top right, we have Byun. All right. Not sure what we'll see here on Solaris. Now, looks like Byun wants to wall. I would like to see him go heavy Reaper here. I think it's time for him to show off his Reaper micro. See if he can get a victory off of that. A couple quick shout outs, guys. Please use the command StarCraft 2. Follow the YouTube. StarCraft 2, Stormgate, and Zero Space Casts on that channel that Mapu's been helping me out with. Definitely check that out. Also, please follow the Twitch channel. I cast this cup every single week. So we always have one day dedicated to StarCraft 2. Unless, you know, obviously me or Mapu are out of town. Mapu is my observer here. And you can check him out by using the command Mapu. Check out all his stuff. So thank you much. All right. So. Well, nothing really to speak of here. Looks like it's going to be Marine Expand with that wall. We saw this earlier as well from Future. It was kind of a cool build. See if he goes into 3 racks with it. I mean, I'm never a fan of 3 racks, honestly. Like, every matchup, I don't like it. It's like it has to catch your opponent a little bit. It doesn't feel like a good, solid build. Okay, it's not 3 racks. That makes me happy. Oh, of course, he was mining gas the whole time. So, puts the factory down. Now, he hid the factory back a little bit. Starts a reactor. So, this is just very similar to what we saw before. It's probably reactored Hellion into Banshee. But it could be, because we don't see a second gas yet. If we don't see the second gas soon, it might be reactored Hellion into 3rd Command Center, which is also a very good build. Okay, he does throw down the secondary gas, so it is going to be Banshee. Or most likely Banshee. Looks like Dark is cheating here. Somehow has more supply than his supply should allow. Starport on the way. Gonna throw down a tech lab there for the starport as well. All right, cool. Speed is being made again. So this is like an important distinction, right? When you're going for those Hellions, Byun has run by several times tonight, but he needs to turn around when he sees those links. He did do that successfully in the previous game, so I'm not too worried about it. But just something to mention. Dude, those acceleration zones. We just need those all over the map. What about a map that's pure acceleration zones? All right, swapping off the factory pretty quickly here. Gonna start making a reactor. All right, runs past. Yeah, see, he sees the lings. He sees the lings with the wings. Turns around. Good choice. Can you imagine if the whole map was acceleration zones? Right? Imagine the whole map, just a blank map, all acceleration zones. And you have a Hellion, and it starts running away, and a charge lot chases after it. I think it would actually be like Back to the Future when the DeLorean time travels. I think the charge zealot would suddenly disappear and appear in a different game at a different time. If we give it a GoPro, we see it go back to 2013 BlizzCon, and SOS beats Jaedong with the extra zealots that he gets. It's like, damn, that changed history. We went too far. All right, so the Banshee trying to get a bit of damage here and there. Not getting that much yet. A little bit annoying. Banshee just going to chill for a little bit there. Bailing Nest, +1 melee on the way. Should be getting Carapace too. You got the Sankin Evo, right? Maybe a little mistake there for a moment. Excuse me. Siege on the way. This is weird in a way. Something's a little bit... It feels a little bit wonky about this build, right? Because... excuse me. He's sitting here on the 2 base and he's massing. Like, he's very consistent on his unit production. So, like, he actually has a good-sized army for right now. But it doesn't feel like he's built into anything that's particularly scary other than this push. And here's the other part, right? This doesn't really look like all-in or anything. It almost looks like a TVP build in some ways to me. I don't feel like he's pushed anything to the limit. You know what I mean? Like, we don't have the 3rd command center quickly. We didn't push very heavily on the harass. He's just like, I have to kill this 4th base. It's a little all-in that regard. Like, if he did not kill this 4th, it would be a huge problem. I think he will get it. Yeah. So that's a pretty clear and pretty easy kill. Dark just expands on the other side. And now Byun has to make another command. So another command, he needs to throw down 2 more barracks. He needs to make sure he's getting his armory and double eBay upgrades. So there's the command. Burrow on the way. Interesting. Are we going to see a Hydralisk Den here again? Because I don't see a macro hatch right now. Infestation pit. Where's the other barracks? I guess he's just consistently spending still, but like his economy is going to explode here. There you go. He's starting to add more barracks on now in the main base. Still a little bit of harassment. Now, you don't want to lose any of these units. It's actually really important that Byun keeps his entire mass. Like, even if he were to drop these out and even kill a few drones but lose them, I feel like the game might actually go towards Dark at that point. Because his production facilities are a little bit late. Like, this is the opposite of powering. This is just consistent production, which allowed him to get the 4th base. To kill off that 4th base, right? But his 3rd base is late and his production structures beyond that are late. So it's hard to refill the army once you lose it. So he really needs to retain the army here. If he retains the army very well, like these drops are okay, just keep the units alive for the most part. Right? Yeah, stuff like that. That's very good. That's very good. The Hellions, they don't matter as much. I'm not overly concerned about them. They just don't scale that well into the later game. But yeah, these 2 groups of units, right? The 4 medevacs with a little bit over 4 medevacs worth of units. I want to make sure that he doesn't lose those. Because if he doesn't, his supply stays very strong. And if he does, like, Dark will double his supply, you know? It'll get real bad real quick. All right, some Marauders being added in. We have ship plating coming in. Ultra's Cavern. You know, it is that kind of like a Ling Bane play I was talking about in the previous game, but without the Macratch, which is kind of weird. I guess his economy never got really super great here, considering that 4th base went down so quickly, so I guess it makes sense in a way. But yeah, Ultra's Cavern coming out with some Vipers. Byun, I think it's time for Byun to rejoin his army together. Like the little group that's above the 4th, or I guess it's the 5th now. And then these 2 medevacs, like, I'm just 2-2 Adrenal and then Ultras are all going to be coming out together. And that's going to be like, you have to have a maxed army to fight against Dark at that point. Okay, well, clears the tanks. So, all right, Dark has grown out pretty methodically. You know, we do have like a lot of additional barracks coming up here for Byun. He is maxed out. He's about to have 2-2, concussive, good amount of marauders in there. I don't think his siege tank count is particularly high right now. We have 3-3 coming up for Dark, as well as Chitinous. Yeah, that's going to end up getting cleared as well. Byun kind of taking his time here, getting that 4th base as well. If Byun steps on creep here, he does have to be very careful. Nice parasitic going down. I would love... One thing that Dark messes up sometimes here is he doesn't get a Spire. Oh, he makes a Spire just as I said that. Like, historically, Dark is late on that sometimes. Anyways, we have a huge roll in. And, dude, he is just slaughtering around. This is what I was talking about. If you engage him on creep, you really have to be careful about it. He had no siege tanks. He had no mines in there. So that made it very, very good for Dark. This type of composition, you can't really engage on creep. I want to go back to that Spire for a moment. That's a nice thing to see Dark getting right nowadays. For years and years and years, he just wouldn't make that Spire. And the problem is, if your opponent switches to Liberators, you get fucking rocked. And also, like, depending on how heavily you're using Parasitic Bomb, like, if you use Parasitic Bomb continually, you don't necessarily need other anti-air for Medivacs, because the Medivacs don't really go back to get repaired. But if you're not doing it consistently, you need some Corruptors in there for when the bio's running away. Anyways, a big attack in here. Yeah, look at the amount of Banelings here, just clearing that planetary in a matter of seconds. Byun drops about 60 supply, though. His economy really badly hurt. A little bit of a counterattack there, and he is killing some queens, but I'm not sure that that's going to be able to do enough. The Ultra's getting huge, huge damage in here. Lings as well. GG, and that is going to be that. Dark is going to take this tournament, end up with a 3-2 over Byun in the finals. Very well done.